Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for question number 7 on the Grade 7 2004 Gauss competition. Put out by the University of Waterloo, specifically the CEMC. If you'd like this contest or other contests that they've put out, you can click the links in the description. One will take you to the CEMC past contest website. One will get you a copy of this contest to try the questions if you haven't already. Okay, so question number 7 is what we're looking at now. If you want, you can pause the video and try it, and then come back and see how I do it. Which of the following fractions has the largest value? Ooh, okay. So, there's a bunch of ways we could probably try and do this question. One might be give all of them a common denominator. Okay, that's certainly possible. We can get a common denominator for all of these, and once they're in a common denominator form, it's very easy to tell which is the biggest one, because the numerator will be largest. If the denominators are the same amongst a bunch of fractions, the one with the larger numerator is the largest number, the largest fraction. However, when I look at these fractions here, I notice some things. Some things that I notice are, well, we've got some factors of 11 here, and some factors of 7 and 5 and 8. It's going to be kind of tricky, so maybe I don't want to go with the common denominator route. Another thing I'm noticing here is I've got 8 over 9, 7 over 8, 4 over 5. Those are just sort of one away. So one thing I can do is I can rewrite some of these fractions. Okay, 66 over 77, well, both the top and the bottom have a factor of 11. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite these fractions and make them a little easier to compare. Another way you could do this question, by the way, is to just grab your calculator and evaluate them out and take a look at the decimals and say, well, which one's bigger? So I've got 8 over 9, 7 over 8, and I've got 66 over 77. I'm going to rewrite that as 6 over 7, divide through the 11s. 55 over 66, I can rewrite that as 5 over 6. And 4 over 5 I'm going to leave alone. So another thing I can do is I can say, well, these are just sort of, the numbers are one away from the top. And I can rewrite this as 1 minus 1 over 9, 1 minus 1 over 8, 1 minus 1 over 7, 1 minus 1 over 6, and this last one is 1 minus 1 over 5. Okay, so they're all being taken away from the same number, 1. The biggest fraction should be the one that has taken the least away from 1. You know, we start at 1, we move down by a 9th, and we get 8 over 9. We start at 1, we move down by an 8th, and get 7 over 8. Okay? So the smallest fraction being taken away from 1 should be giving me the biggest number. And the smallest fraction here, 1/5 is bigger than 1/6, is bigger than 1/7. The 1/9 here at the top is the smallest one. So the smallest amount is being taken away from 1. So this is going to be the biggest fraction, the fraction with the largest value. And so my answer will be A, 8 over 9. But as I say, there's lots of ways you can do it. You can get a common denominator. You could start evaluating these on your calculator. Okay? Or you can do what I've done, and I just rewrote my fractions. All of them are excellent ways to do this question. And hopefully there are a bunch of really nice ways to do question 8, which we'll be handling in the next video.